Okay, good morning, good new week, good new day to you, to everyone all over the world, wherever you're joining, linking, watching, from home, your office, on your phone, wherever, on social media. It's another beautiful day, it's another beautiful week, and to God be the glory, we are part of the 9th day in the month of September 2024, and it's a privilege that even if we have all the billions in this world, we cannot buy this. And that's why it would be good for us to be willing to be happy when it comes to you learning. And this brings us the fact that children are back in school. Some will be resuming this week. Yeah, some will be resuming next week, like Ogun State, for instance. So, but most students here in Lagos are resuming today. I wish them all the very best, even as they take another bold step in another class for a new session, and to the glory of God, God will make provision to all the parents. Yeah, our joy is that they are moving from one class to another. That's our first joy. And they go back to school and come back home safe and sound. And not just that, that whatever it is that we're sowing into their life by sending them to that very important, expensive, or well-learned school that they need to learn more, God will continue to make them to yield the harvest that we want. Yes, we'll not just pay that money for nothing. They will come back home with perfect results, and they'll be able to stand tall in the midst of their peers. Okay, so the program is Family and Values, and you're welcome to Galaxy Television. My name is Oloria Dejoki Adomi David. I hope you're going to have a wonderful time with us on this show today, because we want you to combine yourself together and just join us on all our social media platforms. Also, you can be part of the National Digitalized, that English is, National Digitalized Station, which is 741, also on AVO app. You can download it and also find Galaxy there. On O Prime, you can find Galaxy also on O Prime Station. And don't forget, on Star Times 110 for all our lovers, our friends. You can also be part of all the social media platforms. You all know that, yeah. So it's so good to have you this week, and we hope you have a splendid time. And I have my darling Joy from my abortion here. She's all looking cool, calm, and collected. I'm sure our weekend was splendid.
Top of the morning to you. Between me and you, is looking more cool, calm, and
collected. You are looking cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, the holidays are over. School is
so why are you going to the holidays now?
Yes, because for all the parents out there, well, news flash, school is back, and the roads are busy. Serious traffic on the road.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's what we are.
Auntie Fair, you're not smiling on that.
No, don't go there, don't go there. Just like what we said last week, a lot of kids were stranded on the road. And you enter and they're like, I don't know what to do. And okay, don't worry, I'll just add 100 naira. So, but anyway, yeah, it's a beautiful Monday morning, and we are glad to have you here on the show. My name is Princess Joy. Yeah, sorry, Jerry. The weekend preparation for resumption, anxiety, no sleep, setting back the alarm back to 4, trying to make sure the kids are in the right senses. Everything was just trying to just walk around. But we thank God, yeah, they are back, they're excited. I saw a lot of kids, well, today I didn't see any parent dragging any child. Seems even the kids were tired of staying at home and doing the house chores.
Oh my God.
So they needed an escape route, and yes, so yes, welcome back. And to every parent that is still resuming Wednesday, some parents say they'll resume by Wednesday. It's a good one. You just need time to prepare your kids. Just make sure you're in the right mindset and to resume. Welcome to the show.
Okay, welcome to the show. She already said it. The weekend was all about preparing the children, resetting the alarm back to no longer 4 or 5.
No.
Back to. So what time do you normally?
No, normally for me, I wake up 3, and
Okay.
then I do my devotion till 4:30. Of course, they start cooking, but once it's 5, the kids are awake.
Okay, so the alarm will come up by 5. There's
For
their
me,
own,
comes
for
from-
them,
so once
for
I'm
them.
awake, I wake them up. They don't need an alarm to wake up.
Eh?
I am their alarm.
Excuse me.
Yes, I am their
Don't
alarm.
let us come and arrest you. We can't wake them up by 3.
No, I don't wake them by 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Once I am awake by 3, by 5, they don't need an alarm. So I'll
Okay.
just stop them.
Okay.
It's time for your devotion.
Okay. It's so good to have them back in school, and it's always a wonderful time. Do we have a birthday shout out at this point?
Yes. Happy birthday to Amanda. Yesterday she clocked 10 years, and we're there to celebrate with her. This is wishing you wonderful, wonderful 10 years. And kids these days, I was just asking now, I remember when I was still carrying. How come you're 10 already? You know, yes. And she's big, so happy birthday to Amanda. Wishing you all the very best.
Okay, happy birthday to Amanda. Also to all those who are having another year today, this week. A big shout out goes to the president of Pillow Whispers, who had another year yesterday as well. And Afola Shade, I call her Afo. I put a it was I put Afola Shade Oyeshola. She is queen called Ayo. Yes, that's what they call her. So wish you a happy birthday, and also to as many that will be having another year today. We pray that God will not make it the last one you will celebrate. You'll have every reason to always come before God and give thanks for another life, no matter what you are going through or you have gone through. You always have a reason to come before Him and give thanks. That's our prayer to you, and to everyone having marriage anniversary or wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary to you, and many more beautiful things to come in our lives. So if you're ready, let's go for this mini feature, because our guest is right here and we don't want to spend any more time. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Family and Values and Young Galaxy Television. This morning we'll be looking at misconception in relationships. Okay, we always have that. But you told me, but I thought this was what you were trying to say. So, you know, it comes up here and there one time or the other, and some we don't forget. Some we just forgive and just keep it in the cooler for another time to come and deal with it. And that's why we need to talk about this. No be small thing. We get to Michelle Oladapo Kuku in the house with us this morning, because I know she has a lot of her sleep to deliver to us this morning.
Amen.
And it's so good to have you.
It's a pleasure to be back.
Okay, I think I'm going to do one thing like Joy always do today.
What was that?
Because they say she always see new things. Maybe it will favor me. This frame.
It don't favor you.
This frame.
Because she won't give you.
Because I won't.
No, she will get mine. She'll surely get mine because it's beautiful. It's cool. I love the color.
Thank you very much.
And the way it's sitting on your face, I know it's beautiful also on my face.
You have a lot of frames.
Yeah, there's never
for frames back
you have a lot of frames, and
for me it's just the sneakers I'm gonna take. So let's leave it.
So that means she can give the frame, but she can't give the sneakers.
I want to share anecdotes with parents that have started. I know that it can be very overwhelming the first week, the first week and all that.
That's true.
But I think the reason gets so overwhelmed the first week, first day, and all of that is because we're not prepared. It took me 38 minutes to get here.
Wow.
And usually it takes about what, 10-15
minutes?
And I was just laughing and smiling. You already know, and this is me coming from traffic radio, right? You already know that the first day we're going to have a lot of people on the road.
Yeah, people.
People are going to share. So add 10 minutes, add 5 minutes
to your time.
To your time. I think the going forward, week before resumption or 2 weeks before resumption, begin to raise the children so by the time it's 2 weeks, they've had 14 days to start resetting, so everybody is not
checking on that.
So let's prepare for it more mindfully going forward. And I wish every parent all the best as you're trying to get children to school. Please don't take it out on the children. Don't take it out on the children, because when you were a child, you didn't like it when they were taking out on you. So put yourself in their shoes. Put yourself in
well, there's one aspect. Like I left the house quite early. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I left the house quite early because as at 6:45 there or 6:50, the kids were already in school. So, but there was a breakdown, you know, very.
Oh, definitely. So yeah.
So just expect that. Yeah.
So because of those kind of things, that's why we should add
extra
time, so you know that.
You know what I do? My clock in the room has 15 minutes
doesn't help
ahead, so I don't put what I see is that time. I'm not looking at the 15 minutes I've added, and it really helps me. The reason is because what I have is what I see before me, and so I have that 15 minutes loaded for me. So by the time I am out, I'm rushing. By the time I'm on the road, I say, thank God I'm able to at least I still have some
that
few
means when
minutes.
The clock is saying 9 a.m. here,
My own is 9:15. Yeah, so I have 15 minutes. Yeah, that's what I do, because
it is that doesn't. But then again, my son says something. He's going to probably have my head, but he says something about time, and since he said it when it was about 10 or 9, he said, "Mom, did you notice?" I said, "What? Time goes nowhere." I said, "Yeah, that's right." He said, "No, we created time. We created." And he said something that came to 12 o'clock does not change. 1 o'clock does not change. We created time, so we should adjust to time. We created time to adjust to ourselves. And I'm like,
somehow it makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah. Okay, so the business of the day. Misconception in relationships. And I want to say, can you just share with us what is misconception? So a layman out there, you know, and maybe you can create a little scenario that goes with it.
Is always birthed from assumptions.
Birthed from assumptions.
It's always birthed from assumptions. You have assumed that this person is thinking a little because of the way you are responding. You've been triggered to respond to whatever that person is doing. So you whatever it is that is coming at you, you're trying to interpret from your own lens and not theirs. Yeah, and there's no how we'll not have misunderstandings, misguidedness, anything around that, because everyone is relating with any event from their own map. You're relating to, like I just told you, my own map. The map, my traffic radio map is the reason I'm telling you. Okay, I know that traffic is very unpredictable in Lagos. Add one more time. That is my map. Your map is 15 minutes earlier. Is what I am seeing. It doesn't work for me because of the way my brain works. Because of the way my brain works, I know that when I see that 9:15, the first thing I will see, oh man, Tumisha, you're late, because I know I have put 15 minutes extra.
Yeah.
So that is our maps are different. So yeah, that's basically what misconception is. And because we are human beings, we would almost always misconceive each other. And that's why I always, when I'm talking about misconceptions and understanding, I always use the Yoruba adage, what is taboo in your yard can be or may be accepted in mine.
That's true.
But then you talk about misconception. Yes, assumption, misconception. How does it really come to play in a relationship? Now I'm looking at 2 partners here. Now let's just discuss. I have someone that the kids have not started school, and the reason being that he went to the school to make findings directly, give me the fee I want to pay, and then he discovered that an extra has always been added, and the woman's defense, no, I add every other thing, the snacks, everything. So when you pay the school, or when you send the money to me, I just take what belongs to the school, and then the man is finding it very difficult. And this time he's saying, no, I will do the fee, and the lady is saying, no, it's going to be that. So there is that now.
And that's one of the major misconceptions in relationships. And people believe that when there's a disagreement, there's a dysfunction. When there is, I don't understand you, there's a dysfunction. But what really is happening is, we need to ask why she's doing that. I'm not supporting it. Please, before feminism, men come at me, this is what I'm saying. Why, if we look at the story of origin, you will find it's almost 95% sure that she grew up with a mother who was always augmenting. It is almost sure that because they say that men only pay school fees and will not take care of other things. So let me ask. So this is where conversations come in. It is how we respond to that conversation. Why don't we want to have that difficult conversation? And the number one misconception that we carry into relationships are stereotypes. All men are the same.
All women are the same.
However, there might be some underlying truth, but the truth is that person you are dealing with is different. The person that we're all different. You can't do that. And because you're speaking all women are the same, into her life.
Relating, you're working out the all women are the same.
All men are the same. You're speaking and all men are the same speech, speaking life. You're speaking to life. So love is not enough. We think that disagreement leads to dysfunction, and it is not. We have to talk about it. And so let me use myself as an example. Apologies, I know you're listening, so apologies in advance. I know you're watching. My husband and I, we have different kinds of communication process. I don't like to talk shocking. I don't like to talk in conflicts. I don't like to talk in conflicts. When there's conflict, I don't want to talk. When there's conflict, a guy wants to sit down and let's talk it through. So it's going on 20-something years. It's going on 21 years now together. We have learned that, though I'm still very uncomfortable in front of conversation because he wants to, because I don't want, there's a conflict, I don't want to hear anything. But that's the way he processes conflicts. Why? That is the way he grew up. Where he's coming from, when there's a conflict in their family, they sit down and talk about
I'm also that. I don't like to talk.
In my family, hell no. You are to be seen, not
heard.
Right. So I have learned to process conversations before. I was domesticated. I was conditioned to listen, process, and then speak. For them, they talk through and everybody reaches a conclusion.
And everybody is bound by.
So you can, and we have, so let me tell you how we work it. Okay, before the advent of phones, that when we were still dating, whatever it is we want to call it, this part of the world, he will talk and I will send a mail. We will talk and I'll send a mail. Now he will still talk
and you send message.
Do you understand? So you need to find out why this is happening, because if you keep saying all women all men, you are feeding a prophecy that will not work for your relationship. Love is not enough.
I think for someone like me, maybe because I'm actually a very shy person, so staring into someone's eyes when there is a conversation.
You're not shy.
You're not shy.
You were trained not to look into an
adult's eyes or anybody's eyes. So when I'm talking,
I don't know. I love looking into people's eyes.
No, you love doing that. I don't.
And it has really helped me.
You always see me trying to maybe use a smile to cover up. But I'm very confident. I could express myself when I send a message to you. I could tell you, you could literally have that conversation. Okay, maybe Joyce, this is like, you could picture that conversation. Okay, me and Joy are having a conversation, because I would tell you how I feel.
Does your partner know this?
I'll pour it out. I'll pour it out.
But does your partner
But now the truth is, tell me, sit down, let us know.
But does your partner know this? So, and that's where conflict turns to dysfunction. I started doing this way before I became a life coach, way before I became in personal development. We've done, and like I said, we've been together since 2001. So of course, it was a struggle, but it has become so second nature to us. It has become so second nature to us. My daughter was saying the other day that, she doesn't know why she keeps quiet to process. I said, you're my daughter. And my son, on the other hand, he wants to get, so we're also reading to
Okay.
and having different maps. MJ, you're watching. So apologies, I want to use something that he did last week. I woke up to a text. Attention, I want to plead that I not be waken up, go to my door for further information. I'm like, okay, and I went to his door. I said, please, before you wake me up, I have cleaned the kitchen. I have cleaned.
You know, I've cleared all the household
I
chairs.
have swept and mopped the kitchen, and he went ahead and filled the coffee percolator. Okay. So that the coffee was already in it. The water, all we just needed to do was he has communicated. In your time, could you do that?
But you know what? He can't do that. But I would have loved a situation whereby everything is done and I don't need to call you for anything.
But in your time,
no, I can't. I can't. But no, I said I love the fact that all that out shows. You understand? I will bother you. I don't need to come near your door and disturb. Please, still, I want you to when your
food is ready. When you want to go and dish.
What I'm saying, that's where misconception. But if he does it outside the four walls,
he's feeling himself. Yeah, he's really. He's feeling proud, or he's, you know,
wrong, because that's
the way
with which they
are. Say that's the way they are wired.
You know, that's the map with which you're working. So when we are in relationships, we have to be. I say to people that your relationship has its own DNA. Take it for a paternity test.
True.
Okay, your own relationship has its own DNA, so you have to take it for a paternity test. It's time for us to go for a word on marble and a vox pop. Let's hear what our people has got to say, and let's see what our quote for today looks like. Be right back.
Well, yes, I have had a misunderstanding with my partner, and by resolving it is by communication. So it's not instantly because everybody is still boiling. So I just give a little time for everybody to calm down, and then afterwards, maybe later on, we start talking about it, and obviously it will be resolved by just communication.
We communicate. We communicate through you. I think communication is just everything we need. Like, if I'm to be at work and my work, I give time to work. I'll be like, okay, let me spend some time with this woman. Let me see. Then we communicate. We sort it out. Put it out on the one. We select it. How we started it before. That's how it get done. We communicate. That's it.
Okay, welcome back. If you're just joining us, we don't have part of the show, but you're not still missing, I tell you, because the conversation is just heating up, and I hope you listen to the vox pop we just had. Okay, we've been talking about misconception in relationships, and we've been discussing with our darling Oluwatomishi Ayoladapokuku. See her. So when you want to see an old woman laugh, you want to see her teeth. An old woman, a very old woman, just tell her, how is your husband? How was your first laugh? No, that smile will come. Go see something. Go show you.
It's a good love. My late grandma, blessed memory. You can't ask her about my granddad then, and she smiled for you. No, she won't smile.
Yeah, it is well. It is well, but something will still keep someone smile, no matter how bitter life, no matter how bitter life has, you know, how life has
smile for you,
slapped you or painted you. You still have something in your life that can always bring a smile into that life. So this morning, Misha, I want to ask, in a situation whereby information was misunderstood by in between partners, okay, what should be the first step to resolve it? And especially with an egoistic kind of partner who is so proud to accept whether, if at the end of the day, okay, the fault is mine, I'm sorry, you know, how do you resolve that?
Understand the person. So there's no relationship without personal development. Absolutely, there's no relationship without personal development. What makes a relationship is the work that you've done in yourself. I know I've said it over and over in the show, and plenty forward, I have been that do not take anything personally. If from the 4 agreements from Don Miguel Ruiz, agreement number 1, be impeccable with your words. Agreement number 2, do not take anything personally. Agreement number 3, do not make assumptions. Then number 4, of course, is always do your best. When there is a conflict, always understand that it is not about you. Seek to understand what that person is on about. Seek to understand what that person is on about. Then you tell them what is upsetting you with what they did. Right? What happens in relationship most times is we forget that the person that we met at 18 and 19 and 20 and 2 years ago is going to evolve, is going to change. Life is going to happen. The way they respond to things is going to be different than when you met them. But you're still dealing with them the way you met them.
But we have some who never grow, who never evolve in partnership. This is the way we are talking about. You know how your boy was able to put some strings, and you know he delivered, and you don't need to bother him. But some believe that this is the way it's being done. My mother will always do this with my father. So how do you, and you are the type, you're already in this relationship. So much it happens. You find yourself in this, you're already in this relationship, and you've evolved. But this, your partner, whether male or female, is still like.
So I'm going to get a little bit controversial tonight.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so when you are evolving and you perceive, because it's a perception too, that the person is not evolving, it's a perception. You know, and you believe that this other person is not moving on the same frequency that you are moving. Have you thought about how you are projecting your evolution? Is it coming to them as if you're telling them they are not good enough? Have you thought about how you have they said certain things to you that they didn't like, and you still do it because you think that they are not evolving on the same frequency with which you are evolving? See, even again, before I became who I am, I used to say that in a relationship, at any given point, one person is a goat and the other person is a sheep.
Yeah.
And then at another time it will swap.
It will swap. Yeah.
Right. So what constantly happens is we are not aware, consciously aware. We are aware in our subconscious that this person has changed. But the work to meet that person in that place that they have changed, we are running away from. How do you then, if you're not going to be intentional about seeing this person in the new light that they are, and you still want them to be that person that they were, how then do you keep the relationship going?
No. I posted something within the week. I said, it takes a man to destroy, it takes another man to rebuild. And I had a whole lot of inboxes.
Man here being male or
both
human?
Male, both human, you know.
I just wanted to be clear.
Can become and then, you know. But recently, for a very long period of time, I kept to myself because I felt a lot of people always misunderstood my kindness, misunderstood my gesture. You know, I felt like I was only the one giving out this love, this gesture, and nobody was. So for every time I'm giving, it's like, and then when you're very nice to me, my head started ringing. What does she want?
Okay,
but now it's with me. So I started, no, you have to start dealing with your own mindset. But recently, I have someone like, I'm so vulnerable with him. And he's, you know, when somebody's your mentor and you can talk to your mentor about anything and he will not misunderstand you, but while you're thinking that he's going to misunderstand, that's when he even tell you, no, don't worry, let's have it, you know. So, and I'm finding it a bit easier now that, okay, so the problem was with me thinking everybody was misunderstanding me. and having that misconception. But now I've seen somebody that has entered my shoes, my mentor will sit down and say, okay, enjoy, talk.
Can we
now,
talk about
how do we avoid that misconception?
We can't
carefully.
We can't avoid. You just have to be very intentional, and it is on you. It is only, just like you have said now. Now, let's take you to the scriptures. Forgive me for those who don't read the. I know we all say, as a man is, so as a man
thinketh, so is he.
Have you ever read the verse 5? You read verse 4, verse 5 of that scripture. It was actually talking about when somebody comes to your house to eat. You don't know whether this whether this person has we just speak that particular
that particular
but it was
one.
talking about the attitude of the person. It was talking about the attitude of the person that comes to your house to eat. Always coming to your house to eat. Do not eat easily with somebody that is because you don't, that person is stingy. Because the man is stingy, he's already thinking that this is going to finish my food.
You know, always come into my house.
But we have taken as the man to get his house to eat, I'm not saying this wrong. I'm just saying that we should always put things in context. One conflict shouldn't be as a result of a conflict that happened 1,000,000 years ago. Can there be links? Yes, but it shouldn't be as a result of that conflict. I did something yesterday, and after I had it, I'm like, oh, okay, I should have done that. You know, I said something to my husband that was as a result of something that had happened before, and then he goes like, no, go there. He's a talker, and he said, hey, sit down. Sit down. This is I can't. And he said, I can't even remember what you're talking about. And he said, and that's the kind of person
because he has discussed it and he's been resolved so far. So
I'm a slow cooker. I'm a slow cooker. You know what? So I have to. So we need to get to the point where when we are relating with people, and it is not just romantic relationships, because if you don't do it in our everyday dating relationship, it will not transfer into our romantic relationship. We need to understand that crucial conversations, if done properly, will not break a relationship.
Crucial conversation.
Conflict, if responded to properly, should not break a relationship. You know what it should do? It should bond you together. Because now you have learned. Now you have learned, oh, she doesn't like to sleep on the floor, and I've been making her sleep on the floor. He doesn't like hot rice, but I've been giving him cold rice. You understand? You know, you learn from each conflict. That is how it should be. But what we do is stay in the place of
offense in our comfort zone,
because it speaks. It's, you remember I said the other day about trauma wise, because that offense speaks to a question we have not been able to answer ourselves.
It speaks to that question we've not been able to answer. I love the fact that, you know, when you talk, you try to you bring it, you even bring it to yourself. Now, in spite of you being a slow cooker, like you are listening to me, and I know people are watching, and I know people are watching, and you know, it doesn't mean you don't have your communication. It's just that everyone has got his or her own way of trying to relate in relationship. And because our Mondays is all about the singles who are yet to be married, this is why we're discussing this. And I'm sure it's also helping those who are married or those who are just newlywed and still very young. Now, I will still paint that picture. Okay, no, let me go to the young ones now. Sometimes they do have a situation whereby they misunderstand themselves in the course of courtship. But I thought you said we could get this before our wedding. And I was making preparation on my own because I don't want to, maybe the salary of the man is higher or the lady is higher, and she wants to be able to meet up. So she went into, you know, doing little contributions, and at the end of the day, closer to the wedding, or when the need they wanted to actually get that particular item was closer, maybe she couldn't get the money. And it was like, but I thought you said you were contributing. Yes, I was. Unfortunately, this and this was what happened. And it was like, are you sure you really saved?
Yeah. All right.
It comes up.
Yeah, it does.
It's like it's like maybe you are not the guy or the way is not trusting. Or you want me to do it again?
Yeah, I said, okay, if I'm going to use your husband.
No. You know.
And again, we started dating. We started dating when I was in part 3 and he was in his final year, part 5, and we've been together since. So yeah, it's a long time. Now, I know you are laughing, but okay. So this particular scenario is something that happened. That happened to us. We practically paid for our wedding.
Can you imagine?
We practically paid for our wedding by ourselves. Now, a guy had some money, and for him, he felt that having a home theater and a TV was much more important than some other things. He did. And you know what he did? He asked me to come to the office. I was a civil servant. He asked me to come to the office after work. It was after that. She comes to the office. I will go to Silver Cinema. I'm like, what is this? I saw the money that I was supposed to use to buy a ring. The money I was supposed to buy our ring. That used to buy home theater and
so what did you do?
You go home and watch it.
No, you'll be watching it and be imagining your ring.
I'll be imagining your ring.
No, it was simple.
Wait.
It was a cheaper ring. We bought a cheaper ring. Direct communication cannot be underemphasized. Direct communication. And I asked him why. He said, because the truth is, he likes TV. I don't like TV.
And he's very sure the ring self. You are not the ring person. So you can always get, you can always get them more expensive and
get. So was Oga had processed in his mind that this is
and he understands who she is.
Let me know.
It comes down to you being intentional about your relationship. That person is not perfect and is coming from a lot of baggage. The other person is not perfect and is coming from a lot of baggage. There's absolutely nothing you can do about that. One more story about Bumi and I, where we got our apartment, and since we're speaking in goals, and I'm not asking again because we have a lot of debate online now. Understanding girlfriend again. Your relationship is check your relationship.
It's what matters.
The DNA of your relationship. Okay, so we had gotten our apartment about 6 months before we got married, and it was a fixer upper, and we're fixing it. So this day, because I saw my mother use palm oil to clean Telazol, and I was going to do the same thing, and then I am bleaching this oil, and then the oil catches on fire and burns off the net that we've just made. I went to my childhood. I went in this, and I started saying, "Oh no, I'm going to fix it. I'm so sorry." And I was shaking. I'm so sorry. Don't worry, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do it. And my husband, it's your own. And I'm like, no. And he had to tell me, it's my own.
For you to get to process into
before I could process. Oh,
I'm not reporting.
Nobody's going to beat me. Nobody's going to do this to me. So it takes intentionality. Somebody says that I don't want to go into it. I'm not the one that caused your pain. Hey, let me tell you, you didn't cause the pain. They didn't cause your pain either. But you can work together to present a healed parent to your children.
A good parent to
that
your
is
children.
The best gift you could give to your parent, a version of a healed you. It does not mean that you're going to be healed of the total. Your children, you look at your children and you
allow them
to
heal you. Yeah.
You're right. You allow to heal you too. I'm not saying you should be in toxic relationships.
That's where I wanted to go now.
Hear me well. I am not asking you to be in a toxic relationship. But direct communication will go a long way. Going back to Bimi, when he asked me, he didn't say, I love you. No. His statement, and I carry it. In fact, he didn't remember that I remember. I carry it because for me that was promise. I am not promising I won't hurt you. I am not promising I won't cause you pain. What I am promising is I'm going to work like a dog to make this work. September 23rd, 2001 was when he said that to me. So that in my head, of course we had been friends for about a year or two before we became a couple. It means that he had studied me. He knew I was coming from a place of pain, and he knew that pain will trigger me easily.
So,
and he took it upon himself. So I'm not asking you, again, I repeat, I'm not asking you to be in a place of toxicity, but I'm asking that you have your pain as much as he has his pain, or she has his pain as much as you have your pain. But what you can do is to be conscious enough to want to heal together for a better generation.
I think that's where I really understand, because like I told you, you know, for somebody to say I'm leaving my position and I'm coming to your level and I'm saying this is us now, take away the whole accolade, take me like that person, you would, you know, come back and just jump on me, you know, and because he saw that over the years, this is who I've always wanted as a friend, as a partner, as everything. So he was like, you know what, since it's a healing process, so let's take it from here. And trust me, it makes it easier for me, because I feel like if I want to talk to anybody, I could just pick up my phone and
because of our time, I want to ask this finally to Michelle. In a situation where you have a partner who always find it difficult or who misunderstand the fact that you are apologetic about certain instances or situation, and you still come back to me and say the same thing.
Sorry.
Who is to blame, or how? And the person is insistent. Can we say this person has gotten trust issues before, or what could have been, you know, the regular thing? You still come back and say sorry tomorrow. How are we so sure that sorry you are saying is genuine?
I'm sorry is different than I apologize.
Okay.
Can you quickly?
I'm sorry. We usually can say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I apologize means that I'm taking ownership of whatever it is I've done. I am acknowledging it. I'm accepting that I hurt you, and I'm also saying I'm going to do better.
But you're a layman. I'm sorry. It's more or less like that's the only English you can, you know.
Again, these things are in our culture.
Yoruba. Daddy Jimmy. How do I do
different.
It? Okay.
Emma Binu is different.
Don't be offended.
Daddy Jimmy. I'm sorry is don't be offended. You are caused an offense. Daddy Jimmy is I apologize
for the offense.
I took. Do you understand the difference now? That is why Yoruba people say Belelako. Oh, sorry has male and female.
Okay, I think we're coming back to that another time, because we need to come. In Yoruba, you have everything in Yoruba, just like some either.
Sorry, I don't know whether it is the female one.
The female one. Okay,
metaphorically, it means that the female one is
mild.
It's mild, it's encompassing. A male one is egoistical and patriarchal.
You know,
So sorry.
So anyway, it's time for us to move, and want to say a big thank you to Timisha. Thank you so much for starting our week. She's starting our week on a very beautiful note.
And the truth is, whenever she comes, she just makes me realize there's another part of joy that needs to just get discovered, and you know, I get healed.
Please, I want you to do something for her. She needs a gym where she gets exercising. We want her to do a physical exercise. She needs it.
Don't worry.
So, and I'm also now to remember that 23rd of September is Tumi J's wedding anniversary.
Oh
so
my
I don't.
That's not my way. Though that's what we celebrate. Funny enough, we celebrate 23rd of September. That's when we started dating. We got married December 23rd. But funny enough, we
23rd. That 23rd is the one that is locked down in our head, and that's when we'll be celebrating. That is ceremony. The main celebration is the 23rd. I'm right now.
Yeah, to enjoy.
So, Joy, as we run.
Fish is what I'm expecting. Anyway, yes, it's been a very wonderful show for me. I don't know about you know, because of the traffic and everything, I came in a bit, but she just, you know, kicked something out of me and said, hey girl, get up. You know, it's time to check your stuff again, and I know all of you watching have that ginger too. Thank you very much for being a part of Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday with a difference. I'll see you. Stay blessed and stay out of traffic. Okay, stay out of trouble too. Okay, this is not the time for you to be frustrated and put all your anger and your whatever on the children. Yeah, they've resumed. Please be ready for them as they come back home. A lot of things may be lost at school today, socks or anything damaged and all that. Please do it with them jejely. Let them know what they are doing wrong, but please do it jejely. Don't pour everything on them. It's another beautiful time with us today, and we hope tomorrow is going to be another wonderful day by the grace of the Almighty God, as we discuss difference between home training and upbringing. What is your own view? Let's come together tomorrow, and by the grace of God, you're not going to miss anything out. Have a great person, one of our big, you know, fellowship candidates that comes here from time to time. So hope to see you tomorrow. My name is Remain Olori. Thank you to everyone who has made today's show a great success. To all the crew behind the scene, behind the camera, everybody, we love you. We give you all that you deserve today. God will be there for you, and have a splendid day. Hold on for the other program. Bye for now.